Hey, this is Tom with the OneCoin USA Alpha Launch Team. It is a pleasure to bring to you step one of our automated presentation, the OneCoin concept. We're going to be talking about what digital currency is, what's in it for you, and how you can get started, really how you can profit from it. We're going to do that in step number two. But I want to give you an overview and give you a really good working knowledge of what cryptocurrency is and digital currency. And so you really understand what we're marketing. It's a culture of freedom, folks. We're creating a culture of freedom through currency. We're marketing a currency that appreciates in value. We're part of something that's not depreciating and that is overburdened with debt. I mean, it's something very, very exciting for people to really look into. I always say if I answer all your questions in this presentation, that's probably not a good sign. So let's go ahead and get into the presentation. They say, a lot of people say, well, digital currency is a scam. No, it's not. It's like one of the fastest growing industries in the world as far as in the emerging growth industries. There are countries adopting cryptocurrencies. I predict that Greek will eventually just say, throw the Europe in there and say, you know what, forget it. We're just going to adopt a cryptocurrency. In fact, they've already threatened it. We've got organizations like Dell, Overstock, Reddit, Expedia, Rejewelers. Largest jeweler in the United States accepts Bitcoin as a payment for jewelry. And then obviously Microsoft is huge. PayPal, people know how tough PayPal is. What a big endorsement that is to have PayPal accepting it. So when you, irrespective of your opinion, as Wired Magazine says, the rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies just simply can't be ignored. And it goes on to say, for the uninitiated who have not yet grasped what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are, you really ought to catch up because they're really coming on like a firestorm. It's really amazing. But let me tell you what we're going to do in this presentation. Our OneCoin promise to you is, number one, we're going to provide you with a three-step, easy to understand, easy to implement business introduction system. No kidding, less than probably a 10 or 15 minute setup in your business. We're going to educate you on digital currencies, offer you access to digital currencies, create wealth with digital currencies. Hey, we promise to execute our business plan with world-class leadership and to help you realize 10x freedom. People always say, well, what's 10x freedom? So, well, it's freedom that's 10 times better than you would have ever imagined. So that's a good kind of freedom to have right there. Okay, let's talk about the OneCoin ADC system. That's not the ABC system, it's the ADC system, okay? We have what we call our 7-hour wealth system. And that means you're going to focus 1 hour a night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, to invite people to our live hangouts that we do every night, where we pretty much share a much longer version of this presentation, where we go into much greater detail, including the compensation. Our 7-hour wealth system, it focuses on automation, duplication, and creation. What's that? Well, automation of marketing. I'm a big believer in working when I'm not working. Okay, I like auto posting systems. I like auto presentations. I like lead generation. I'm a big believer in creating what they call funnels, where I find mass amounts of people that want to watch a presentation, that are interested in something like this, and I let the system filter the cream of the crop to the top. Okay, and that's really what I do in my business. Duplication of team. A system that does the explaining, training, and enrolling for you. You don't ever want to have to do this presentation, unless you just love giving presentations like I do. But most people, even me, I like doing it once, but letting this video be watched hundreds of thousands of times. That's more interesting to me. Creation of wealth, a focus on quality of life results. I sit at home on my farm. I'm usually in shorts and flip-flops. I'm able to broadcast messages all over the world. It's just really amazing what technology allows us to do today, and you get to leverage those tools. We've already got them in place for you. Okay, no three-way calls, no stinky hotel meetings, no chasing prospects. I called a guy the other day on a Saturday morning, and he was like, oh, I'm in a Saturday training. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to do those anymore. We do all of our trainings online, and you get to spend time with your family and not the Holiday Inn or the Radisson or whatever hotels you always frequent for your biz op meetings. The OneCoin ADC system has I can do it written all over it. And what does that mean? It means that we have the whole marketing system put in place. You don't have to do any of the explaining. You don't have to do any of the training. You have to kind of help people enroll and guide them through the process, but even our system does that for you as well. So let's take a look at it. This awesome page that you're on right now, this thing is just rock and roll. It's helping us build the largest team in the United States right now because it's easy to use, it's easy to share, and there's a very clear message on it. People like the presentation, they understand it, and the feedback on it has been incredible. But the system has a 5-minute setup, The social media sharing tools are in the upper left-hand corner. Twitter, Google Plus, Facebook, all integrated. It has a 3-minute sizzle video. It has a 20-minute overview, which is what you're watching right now, a compensation overview, which you hopefully will watch next, and then the third step is our ADC system training video. And then we also have a personalized link right there at Secure Your Spot. You can change that so people go to your sign-up link instead of somebody else's. And then what's really cool about this page is this video every night at 8:30 changes out, and we embed a live stream in here. So as you're sharing it with everybody, when we go live every night at 8:30, I stream through every single person's Facebook page, and I bring in the leaders, I bring in people that are giving us updates, exciting news, things like that. So every night at 8:30, you got the OneCoin TV show right here on your Facebook page, and you get to show it to people, and we go through a full presentation every night. So your friends and family and people from all over the world can see what's going on with OneCoin without leaving the comfort of their own home. Okay? The page also has a when you look at the bottom, it has the 3 different videos: the OneCoin presentation, compensation, and marketing. So all you got to do is click on those. In the lower left-hand corner, you'll see the share button, and then at the very bottom, you'll see a button that says clone this page. Don't do that until you watch video number 3, okay? Because we give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it correctly, okay? And that's important. And this is a free app that people get to use. If you want one of them, you can get it for free. If you want to have our college marketing page, if you want to have our firefighter marketing page, our military marketing page, if you want to have our other elements that we have, you're looking at $22 a month. Of course, if you refer 3 people to the system, your system is free. So, but you can use it for free with just one app, so you can get started if you need to start making commissions and get some earnings in the door. We totally understand that. Okay. My second promise to you was I was going to teach you about how cryptocurrency works. Now this is a lot of fun. I love this screen because I love sailing, and I love the idea of owning an island, and I love the idea of inviting my friends to the island to do business with me. Okay, so let's go with that dream right there. All right, so let's say we've started our own island, and we decided we plant our flag, and we say, you know what, we need a currency. We need our own currency. And so what we do is we create a mathematical algorithm that says, okay, we're going to print 2 billion coins. Okay, so that would be 2 billion serial numbers, which have our units of value. And then each time we solve a specific equation, it will create a coin. So let's say every time we come up with the number 5, an equation that equals 5, it'll create a coin. So 1 plus 4 equals a coin. 2 plus 3 equals a coin. 3 plus 2 equals a coin. 0 plus 5 equals a coin. 10 minus 5 equals a coin. You get what I'm saying? Is every time the mining operation solves an equation, it creates a coin. So let's say when you come to our island, I've got 5 different residency package. I've got a $100 one all the way up to a $5,000 one. All right, and depending on which one you buy will determine the number of tokens you get. Well, the number of tokens you get will determine the amount of coins that you're going to mine as well. And you say, well, yeah, if you the bigger the package, the more coins you have. Not necessarily. As it gets harder and more complex to solve the algorithm, the amount of coins you will get will actually start decreasing, and the value of the coin will start increasing. So, when you look at the mining operation, you buy your package, you get your tokens, and you send your tokens to the mining operation. The mining operation is some people who sit behind computers and input your order and let the computer figure out the equations, and then what the computer does is it drops your coins into your e-wallet. And this all happens very easy, folks. It's just simultaneous. There's you don't have to do any math yourself or anything like that. All you have to do is take your tokens like you would to a vending machine, plop them in there, and then all of a sudden the mining operation, kicks out your coins. Okay, just like a drink machine kicks out a soft drink. Maybe not that easy, but the process is that easy. Now, what happens with your e-wallet is you decide, hey, I want to buy some stuff on the island. I need some liquidity. So you take your coins to the exchange, just like a stock exchange, and you sell them on the exchange instantly. And now you have liquidity in your bank account where you can use your debit card. So boom, cash goes into your account. You're ready to go buy your bar. You're ready to go grocery shopping. You're ready to whatever you want to do for the island. Now, just to trust the island government, it's very important that you have transparency. So you have a thing called a blockchain, which verifies every transaction and is a list of every transaction that's done. It's kind of like a public auditing system that's available for everyone to see. So that's the blockchain. So those are the 5 components that really make a cryptocurrency work. And of course, we have an incredible distribution system and compensation package that goes along with it that is just accelerating the growth of our company. Now, the power to create currency. You talk about the definition of a sovereign as like a monarch, a king, a queen, or other supreme ruler, or it could be a group or body of persons, kind of like OneCoin, or having a state having sovereign authority. Now, here's the interesting thing, and you tell me if you disagree with this, but today, sovereign nations create currency, and they use that power to control cultures through taxation and debt. Tell me I'm wrong. They love it when people are in debt because they keep you working, and as long as you're working, they're deducting your taxes from your check and call it just a big economic prison. But a lot of people get caught in the trap of debt their whole life, and they end up working themselves to death. Okay, well, I want to work myself to live. I don't know about you. So tomorrow world, which is what we're a part of, sovereign individuals and groups like OneCoin will create a currency that creates cultures that value freedom. I value freedom much more over imprisonment. I don't know about you, but that's pretty much a no-brainer right there. OneCoin is the future of currency for a culture that values freedom. So if you're looking for a culture that values freedom, maybe you ought to look at our currency instead of maybe the currency you currently have in your pocket. Now, currency is a form of communication. Governments, adults, children create currency. Today, it seems like everyone owns a printing press. Of course, the Fed, the Swiss National Bank, the ECB, European Central Bank, they print paper notes, fancy ones, and they call them currency. Companies create rewards programs. Children trade baseball cards, Pokemon, marbles, Beanie Babies. And then there's groups like OneCoin that create digital currencies. Currency is really created when people have a need or a want to express value or exchange value. And that's really what we're doing within OneCoin. We've created our own currency because we recognize that our group of people, like-minded people, are more interested in working with a currency that's appreciating rather than depreciating. So let's look at the attributes of currency. What determines the value of a currency? Perception. Do people believe in the value? Transparency. Do people trust the issuer? That's where the blockchain helps because there's full transparency with what we're doing. Guarantee. What's it based on? What's the value based on? I mean, there's really no intrinsic value in currency today at all because the debts that the countries have are just so much greater than the actual assets they have. Access, can it be transported and transacted easily? I love gold, but try and walk through the airport with about $20,000 worth of gold on you, and you'll get a visit from Homeland Security. Quite certain about that. Culture, does it facilitate communication and exchange of value? And that's important. So, you can't do this presentation without talking about Bitcoin. We're riding the coattails of one of the most successful, cryptocurrencies in the world, and that's Bitcoin. Started in 2009 by an anonymous person. We don't know who that is. It has 250,000 users worldwide with an $11 billion market value. That's bigger than most U.S. corporations. I should note that in 7 months, OneCoin's already at 270,000 users. So we're cranking along. Bitcoin has a lack of central exchange, lack of dedicated management team, lack of transparency, and really a lack of an independent auditor, yet it was the highest returning investment in the world from 2009 to 2013. Today, Bitcoin is a recognized asset by the Internal Revenue Service, and people like Ben Bernanke, former chair of the Federal Reserve, has had several congressional hearings on it and has recognized it as a viable currency that will help facilitate economic movement throughout the world. I mean, there are African countries that have adopted Dogcoin, and it represents 40% of their GDP. And now those countries are starting to, to generate business, to become consumers. And where there's not that form of communication or the ability to exchange value with a trusted source, consumerism just doesn't happen. And this is helping the rest of the world really start transacting with each other with a trusted currency. Okay. Now, Bitcoin, look at this growth. I mean, from 10 cents all the way up to $1,203. What an absolutely amazing run Bitcoin had. And you think about where we are right now with OneCoin, we're looking at about maybe 25 cents to 50 cents per coin at the time of this recording, and predictions it would be upwards near $2 very soon. And it's just amazing, folks, to see the growth of where we're at now and where we could be, in the next 5 to 7 years. So what an exciting time we're right in front of. And as I mentioned, we've already got more users than Bitcoin, paid users, and it's really an incredible success story so far with OneCoin. When you look at the OneCoin introduction, folks, I think it's important for you to understand that we have a much more advanced and secure algorithm than Bitcoin. We have our own exchange, so you don't have to send money to some place in China you can't even pronounce to sell your coins. We have dedicated management that are highly intelligent. We have our own mining pool operation. You don't have to go out and buy super servers and stuff like that and racks of servers to mine the coins. We are know your customer compliant, so if you're coming here to hide your money and avoid taxes and not be a responsible citizen of your country, probably not the best place to do it. And we are very early stage, so you're able to get the currency at a very low price and much more smaller denominations instead of Bitcoin, which is sitting at about $240 right now at the time of this recording. Why OneCoin? Why now? Well, because people have a desire to communicate globally and locally. People are seeking value in life. They do question their national and sovereign currencies, the value of them, the long-term viability of them. But here's the bottom line: people want freedom from fill in the blank. Okay, they want freedom from debt. They want freedom from their job, from unemployment, from their country, from the state they live in. OneCoin communicates freedom, value, and transparency. And that's something that, folks, that's really what, in my opinion, people are looking for. The company is headed up by Dr. Ruja. She has an amazing background, a degree in law from the University of Oxford, master's degree of economics. She did them both at the same time, by the way. She's also a former associate partner with McKinsey & Company, which is one of the premier consulting organizations in the world. Former CEO and CFO of one of the largest asset management funds in Bulgaria. And she's also a member of the Mensa Society, which means she's dang smart. Great to be led by a woman. It's just she's highly intelligent. By the way, she did all this before she was 34 years old. And I should also mention that she was recently featured on the cover of Forbes magazine in Europe, which is kind of exciting. You don't end up underneath that iconic name brand without being completely researched and completely vetted before they talk and say great things about you, by the way, and which they did. But what an exciting time for somebody in our industry to see a woman of this stature featured by Forbes. She's also been voted Entrepreneur of the Year 2 years in a row by her country, which is pretty incredible. When we look at our actual products that we market, we have member education, 5 different packages that include interactive content, and every package that we have comes with free tokens. And those free tokens, they come with these different packages ranging from 100 euros all the way up to 5,000 euros. This is a one-time fee. There's no auto ship or anything like that. You buy your package, you learn how to profit and how to trade digital currencies. You get some tokens. Of course, those tokens, like you did with our island coin in our island example, you turn those tokens over to the mining operation and they go mine coins for you. Now, we have great recognition, with our program. We've got, first pin level sapphire position. We've got positions all the way up to crown diamond. And it's just, this company understands that recognition is so important to building sales organizations, and they've got it in spades. The trips, the cars, they've got everything already in place. There's a whole bunch of different ways, for you to learn how to make money, and I'm going to cover that in the second video. You can make money with direct sales commissions, network bonus commissions, matching bonuses, startup commissions. We have our One Life Club, which is like frequent flyer miles, where you can earn points and trade them in for additional lifestyle rewards. We have splits. One day you might have 10,000 coins, the next day you may have 20,000 coins or 40,000 coins. So to keep the price low, often organizations will do like splits, where 2-for-1 splits or 3-for-1 splits to keep the price at an affordable level where the masses can afford it. What an incredible piece of methodology to put into this, this currency. No other currency has that. We also have gold that currently comes with each package. That will come to an end on September 1st, but we've been dealing in the RM Gold coin, which is really great. We also have leadership programs. These leadership programs, you can earn additional monies for being involved in our leadership program. And of course, our One Payments card, which will eventually be tied into a MasterCard, that's how you basically transact all your business. We're not changing any of your habits. You still use a plastic card in your wallet to make transactions. Now, when you look at the potential, the growth potential of this, I mean, and this is just a prediction. It's not a forecast for our growth or anything. But what if you do buy the coins at 50 cents and it goes to €5 or $2.50 €2.50? You know, you're at the right place at the right time, and you may say, this just isn't for me right now. Well, a couple years from now, you're going to look back and say, man, I missed McDonald's, I missed Walmart, I missed OneCoin, I missed them all because I'm too busy working to create wealth. And I think that's where a lot of people are right now. They're just too busy to create wealth. They're too busy treading water, staying alive to even look at anything else. Unfortunately, I think that's part of the plan. But we're looking for people who can take a break and say, you know what, I really do want to do something big. My dreams are still alive, and my dreams are much bigger than my excuses. You know, and that's the problem. I think most people, their excuses are bigger than their dreams. Look at 3-year growth. You know, what if our coin expands out to $100 a coin and you've got, 100,000 coins? You know, you're looking at $10 million or 50, $5 million. And what if it goes to $1,000 like Bitcoin did? Well, next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. That's what's so great about this business is not only do we earn money by sharing it with other people, our educational packages, but we also can benefit from the appreciation of the currency. That's like a double barrel shotgun right there, wealth building. I love it. So going back to Bitcoin, if you miss the stratospheric rise of Bitcoin, you don't have to miss it this time. You may choose to, but you don't have to. Okay, and I think it's important for you to really take the time and investigate this further, and at a minimum, buy one of our packages, get some tokens, get some coins. Whether you do the business or not doesn't really matter to us. We want people using the coins, benefiting from the coins, from the appreciation. And what an awesome opportunity right now, for people to be able to make money so many different ways with an exciting concept that's really creating wealth for a lot of people. That's the end of the presentation. It's an exciting time for OneCoin. You're in on the ground floor. 90% of the English-speaking world does not know about OneCoin. So you're at the forefront of an amazing journey with this incredible company. And if you like this presentation and you want to learn how to make money, you can go on to step 2. If you're interested in just purchasing the coins, just get with the person who invited you to watch this video, and they'll set you up on one of our educational packages where you'll get some tokens, and you can turn those tokens over to the mining operation. But I promise you, when you start sharing this with friends and saying, hey, I just got in on OneCoin, it's kind of like Bitcoin 2.0, you may want to take a look at it. I think your friends will say, wow, I missed that, man, I wish I would have gotten on it. But it truly was one of the greatest investments in the history of this world. If you would have gotten in at the beginning and sold out even halfway up the peak, it was incredible. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch the presentation. It's been a real pleasure to give it to you. Move on to step number 2 and learn about the compensation plan. We'll see you over on the other side.